Villains. A cool thing about villains is that a lot of times they like to aura farm. But not all villains aura farm. So I'm going to be talking about 14 random villains that I picked from nowhere and no assorted theme, and I'm going to be ranking them based off how much aura they have. So, with the intro aside, I think we should jump right in to number 14.
I don't need her to capture them. I want her to track down and kill as many of them as possible.
The Minister of the Empire in Akame ga Kill is a man with absolutely no aura. He's the big fat guy, he's got a dumb looking beard, he looks dumb, he acts dumb, and he isn't even in control of the Empire. Literally the only thing he does is manipulate a child. He manipulates a child to essentially puppeteer him to rule the Empire, yet despite that, he literally does nothing in the story. Heck, he gets beaten to death. That's how he dies. He just gets punched in the face a couple times. He has absolutely no aura, and that's really all I can say about him.
You think you can just snap your eyes open and make me vanish? Not so easy.
Alright, number 13 is Mr. Electric. Now, Mr. Electric is a character that I've said before is one of the greatest villains of all time, yet despite that, he doesn't have that much aura. He looks cool, and he says some awesome lines, but at the end of the day, his bad CGI and design just makes him look goofy, and we're not here to talk about goofy aura, we're here to talk about actual aura.
What a very entertaining sight. Very, very, very!
Betelgeuse Ramani Kanti. As much as I love him as a villain and I love the parallels that he gives Subaru in Arc 3, I'm sorry, but this guy has no aura. He has the reverse Fentline and is an absolute crazy person, and that's about all I can really say about him. Betelgeuse is, like I said, he's just a crazy tweaker, and crazy tweakers don't tend to have aura. I would know. I've seen homeless tweakers in Washington, D.C. before. They're not that fun.
Oh yeah, that must suck for you.
So Adam, for number 11, is kind of a pathetic villain. Sure, he has actual power to back up what he says, but a lot of times he's just drinking things and being dumb. Really, the only thing he really has to his name is he's got an awesome design and Alex Brightman voices him. But other than that, he doesn't really have any aura. I mean, he ruins all of his aura with its villain song when he starts doing an air guitar solo, which, as funny as it is, that's not aura. And he also gets packed up by Nifty, and if you're getting packed up by Nifty, you have no aura.
You didn't have to see this.
So Sin from Murder Drones would have more aura if she didn't appear evil until episode 7. And although she has decent aura in episode 7, she's silly and way too goofy to have really any aura at all. And she only gets one actual fight, and in that fight she loses and dies because she failed to do her teleports behind you because Uzi outsmarted her. In terms of characters, Condor Man has infinitely more aura than Sin, and maybe if Sin had more screen time to aura farm, like how she does in episode 5, then maybe. Because although she does aura farm in episode 5, 7 and 8 don't really do her any favors.
Cower and hide, find a rope you can swing from. Say your goodbyes to your lives, to your kingdom!
Vox is someone who had mad aura in episode 5, specifically of Hazbin Hotel, and he starts aura farming on everybody, but the amount of times this man gets disrespected by people just makes him lose all of it. I mean, he starts talking about how he's the best, and then he gets muted. He got muted, he got server muted. How? That's some generational aura loss right there. And just because of that, it's really, really hard for me to give Vox many props. He does have some awesome fights, yes, but man, when you get server muted, you just lose all of your aura.
Are you nothing more than a fool? Or is this your pitiful attempt to make a fool out of me?
Regulus Corneus, the only reason why he's this high is because of the amount of power this man has. He takes Reinhardt and absolutely shatters this man. He takes Pandora and absolutely shatters her. He just does a lot, and he has a lot of power, despite how pathetic his personality is and how much of a loser he is. Even so, he's aura farming quite a bit because no one's doing any damage to him, and he's just walking around. But instead of aura farming, he's just bitching. Yet, despite that, Regulus is still a character that you don't want to mess with.
You are such a gem. It's gonna be so satisfying killing you with your own power.
Macaque is number 7, in the complete middle of this list, because Macaque doesn't have many aura farming moments, except for in that one Season 2 episode, where he does shadow play. But other than that, he is just kind of a minion, and he's never the main antagonist of any LMK season, which is honestly his biggest flaw, because he's always relegated to be a side man, or to be redeemed. And although he has some really cool battles and can throw people through mountains, that's really all the favors that I can give Macaque. Still a decent villain, though.
Humans! They only think about themselves. They're spoiled! They won't abstract. They won't leave me. I won't let them! I'm better! I'm more powerful! I'm the original! I am God!
Kane. Now, Kane from Digital Circus would have been a lot higher, especially after how he is in episode 8. He starts aura farming on everybody with his I am God speech, and he sings an awesome musical number. I mean, there's so much to love with this guy. Yet, despite that all, Kane acts rather silly for most of the season and most of the show, and really only crashes out in episode 8. So, despite all the aura that he does gain in episode 8, it's really when he does start aura farming, and because of his late aura farming, it's hard to rank him any higher.
It doesn't matter what I'm thinking, my dear. I have one goal. Rid this world of vampires.
Aiko Iguisu from Call of the Night is number 5, and that's mainly because, man, does she aura farm so much. She absolutely cooks on them in episode 3, sending Akun into a freaking combo stun lock thing with her knife and just leaves him there. Her in episode 10 is absolutely insane, and the amount of aura she has, she's got these immortal vampires shivering in their timbers because of her. And she's just over here mocking them, shooting them with non-lethal shots to like friggin' throw them off because they're like, what is going on? What is going on? And man, does Anko have so much aura in season 2. I mean, she just single-handedly just like pummels Nazna. And because of that, she has aura.
The Monkey King, all sage, equal to nothing!
Azure Lion from LMK Season 4 is the next antagonist on this list, and man is he cool. Not only is some of his lines awesome, and his voice delivery is great, his design is great, his powers are great, his fight is great, he just has a lot going for him. He has this kind of how are you going to stop this guy type aura. And although he has his 2 friends to help him out, he's still very powerful, especially after he gets the Jade Emperor's powers. Now, despite this, he has a couple flaws. He talks big game like he's the one who can control the universe, yet when he does get the Jade Emperor's powers, he can't handle it. Massive aura. If you're going to talk big game, you got to show big game, even if it is the Jade Emperor's powers. And although he does beat the Jade Emperor, which is massive aura, his accomplishments are few and far between because he failed to take over the Celestial Realm twice. Yet that's kind of difficult, so I'm giving him a pass.
You ever find an enemy out there who can satisfy my appetite?
Number 3 is my girl Esdeath. So Esdeath has a bunch of accomplishments to her name, with a kill count in the millions and being able to kill over 400,000 men with one move by burying them alive. That's just a couple of the things she does. She absolutely slaughters this danger beast and just ruins this guy's day. She walks behind a glacier of dead bodies, and then with a snap of the fingers it all shatters like they were nothing, because they are nothing. She absolutely bodies these people. Anyway, Esdeath is a character who is constantly aura farming. I mean, the main protagonist literally says after watching her, how am I gonna beat this, bro? And honestly, I agree. How did she lose?
You can't defeat me.
Number 2 is Emperor Belos, and man, the mystery with him, waiting for him to put on his mask, the intrigue, the presence that he has throughout the Owl House, especially in Season 2, is legendary. And he looks so good. The animation with him just pops off in Season 2 and 3. And man, just Belos is an intimidating, threatening force. And he's just really someone you're like, uh-oh, here comes Emperor Bellos, and he's another one of those characters where you're just wondering how are they going to beat him. And although he does lose, his death is pretty good. And honestly, for all that he does and how he almost destroys the entirety of the Boiling Isles, I gotta say, Bellos has aura.
Weak words, weak action. I have forever known what you fail to understand. Strength always prevails.
And number one from the start was going to be Krang from the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Now I can finally have a full dedicated segment to this guy. This man has so much aura. Not only does he look so cool and threatening in his mech, but he has the record. For literal centuries, thousands of years, he's been going universe to universe, conquering them. In fact, the Krang was so powerful, people had to seal them away in a prison dimension out of fear of what they could do. And heck, he doesn't even die in the end. He just gets trapped in the prison dimension again. This guy is on another level in terms of power and how he just absolutely craps on New York City when he shows up with the Technodrome. It is honestly crazy how this guy lost. He has some killer lines as well, and the voice acting really sells this cold and vile and sadistic character who just kills without reason and mercy. I don't know, he has no mercy. And because of that, I think Krang is the number one aura farming villain. Because I genuinely couldn't tell you any villain that I know that aura farms more than this guy. Genuinely. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.